Hello guys, everything indicates that Sarada will inherit the eyes of Sasuke, but have you ever imagined how this will happen? This is my theory, I hope that you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. In the vast universe of Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, a destiny dark and at the same time glorious approaches of the young Uchiha Sarada. A turn unexpected in her trajectory begins when the war against the remnants of the Otsutsukis reaches a point critical. The field of battle is in ruins, the hidden village of the Leaf finds itself devastated, and even the greatest heroes of the past already not managed to hold the tide of the enemy. In this moment of pure darkness, Sasuke Uchiha, the last survivor of the clan in his form original, faces his greatest and last battle. Sasuke already had lost strength after years of fight. The Rinnegan had been sealed, his reflexes already not were the same, and even his supreme ability with the sword Kusanagi not managed more to deal with the crushing power of the Otsutsukis. Boruto fought bravely at the side of him, but both were surrounded. The inevitable happened. Sasuke, in a last gesture of sacrifice, threw himself against the enemy to open way for Boruto, Kawaki, and Sarada. With a movement final, he used what remained of his Mangekyou Sharingan and invoked an Amaterasu Colossal that swallowed the enemy in flames black. However, the price was his life. Sarada, at seeing her father fall before her eyes, felt her soul be shattered. She ran until him, holding him in her arms, the tears running down by the face. Sakura also arrived, desperate, knowing that she was about to lose the love of her life. The last wish of Sasuke was simple, that his daughter inherited not only the burden, but also the eternal flame of his power, so that she could continue protecting the future. Sakura, with the heart torn, took a decision unthinkable. As medical ninja, she knew that there was a chance of transfer the eyes of Sasuke, the legendary Mangekyou Sharingan, to Sarada. This act was desperate, risky, and cruel. But at the same time, the only way of guarantee that the flame of the lineage Uchiha not was extinguished once and for all. With tears falling over the face, Sakura closed the eyes of Sasuke for the last time, and with trembling hands began the surgery. Hours later, Sarada opened the eyes again, but now they were no longer only her Sharingan. They shined with the intensity of the double Mangekyou of Sasuke, a power that carried the memories, the pains, and the battles of her father. In this instant, Sarada not only inherited the eyes, but also a legacy. The Supreme Mangekyou pulsed in her pupils, revealing a new pattern never seen. It was a fusion of the will of Sarada with the inheritance of Sasuke, creating something unique. A Mangekyou capable of awakening the true potential of the Amaterasu. When Sarada faced the mirror after the surgery, she saw in her eyes a power that shined in flames black, but around them an aura reddish, as if it was the blood and the determination of her family engraved in fire eternal. The Amaterasu of her was no longer only destruction. It was creation and control. Different of Sasuke, who struggled to dominate the flames, Sarada could shape them at her will. She could transform the Amaterasu in weapons, in shields, and even in living forms that moved like flaming serpents, swallowing the enemy. The first time that Sarada entered in combat with her new eyes was apotheotic. The remaining Otsutsuki returned to finish what had begun, believing that the death of Sasuke had dismantled the resistance. But when they saw Sarada, they underestimated the power that had been born in her. With a simple look, she made the Amaterasu spread through the field, creating a hell of flames, black and red, that consumed even the own space-time. Her Susanoo also awakened at a level never seen. It was colossal, but not only an armor spiritual. The Susanoo of Sarada carried the flames of the Amaterasu, becoming an entity flaming, a true god of war wrapped in fire eternal. With her sword, shaped by the Amaterasu, she cut entire dimensions, and her flaming arrows pursued the enemies until the end of the time. At each battle, Sarada remembered of the sacrifice of Sasuke. The weight of the power was enormous, because the Supreme Mangekyou carried also the memories of the father. In each use, flashes of the life of Sasuke appeared before her. His battles against Naruto, his fight against Itachi, his pain of childhood, and even his final redemption. All this fed the determination of Sarada. It was not only she fighting, it was she and Sasuke together as one, but this power not came without consequences. The Supreme Mangekyou demanded a price terrible. Sakura perceived that the eyes began to consume the chakra of Sarada in a speed frightening, putting at risk not only her body, but also her mind. Still, Sarada refused to stop. She knew that now carried the destiny of her clan, of the village of the Leaf, and even of the ninja world. The apex of her evolution happened when Boruto was again placed at risk by an Otsutsuki that sought to control his essence of Jogan. Sarada, at seeing him about to be destroyed, released the maximum power of her Supreme Mangekyou. In this instant, the flames of the Amaterasu fused to the own Susanoo, creating an entity of proportions divine, something comparable to the own power of the gods Otsutsuki. Her flaming Susanoo rose to the skies, with wings of fire black and eyes that shined like red suns. The enemy, however powerful that was, not managed to resist. The Amaterasu shaped by Sarada not only burned the body, but also the vital essence. The Otsutsuki roared in despair, being swallowed by flames that never could be erased. Boruto, at seeing that, realized that Sarada had surpassed all the limits of the lineage Uchiha. And so, at the peak of the battle, Sarada finally understood. The true legacy of Sasuke was not only the power of the eyes, but the determination of protect those that she loves, even if the price is the own life. The Supreme Mangekyou of her became the symbol of the continuity of this ideal. From that moment, the history of the new generation was sealed. Sarada was no longer only a leader in potential, she had become the flaming shield of the humanity, the heiress of Sasuke and the warrior that could lead Konoha to a new era. And so, the ninja world never forgot the day in which Sarada Uchiha, daughter of Sasuke and Sakura, ascended to the maximum power of the Supreme Mangekyou, shaping the Amaterasu in something beyond the imagination, was the day in which the ninjas were reborn from the ashes of the sacrifice. Did you like my theory? Subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications to continue accompanying the videos.